Walmart tomorrow.
Like you say, the nice Walmart.
It is. It's the nice Walmart.
Like alone?
Y'all can come with me.
What if we don't want to?
Then I will go alone.
What do you need at the nice Walmart?
I need to see if they have any t-shirts for my Universal trip.
Oh.
And I would go to Target.
Like
but,
a Jurassic Park one or something?
Yeah, but like Target never has like adult t-shirts like that. But Walmart usually does. So I want to go to the nice Walmart.
Like the ironic t-shirts. You just don't want to go to the one that's 2 minutes away.
Oh, their selection's just not as good. It's
on their
smaller.
Universal ones, it's just not as good.
Well, I don't know about Universal specifically.
How come no one talks about Nell anymore?
We're not talking about Nell right now.
Why can't we talk about Nell?
I don't want to talk about Nell. We talk about Nell enough as it is.
Remember that?
Stop.
I think we all need to take a moment to appreciate Nell for some reason. What do you think, babe?
I think a lot of our listeners probably don't even know what the heck we're talking about.
Nell rhymes with offense. And on that note,
Okay, no,
that's my segue.
No, we gotta.
No, this is the segue.
We gotta explain Nell.
I'm driving the bus. You sit in the back.
Nell is a movie that came out in the 90s starring Jodie Foster and Liam Neeson and Natasha Richardson, and it is wild.
Is it?
It's not good. I don't know why I saw it so much as a kid.
That's disturbing that you saw Nell more than twice.
Yeah.
Why?
I just had to sit there and let it happen to me.
You just had to let it happen to me. Were they just, was everyone just like into Nell?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh man, there's something there. We're not going to pick at that scab right now. And on that note.
I honestly thought it was something.
Oh my God.
Until.
You thought it was a fever dream and you were like,
yes,
this isn't real.
Yes, I thought it was a fever dream. Like remembering it from my childhood, I thought it was like a fever dream until like I think the Parks and Rec episode whenever Donna's like,
are you Nell from the movie Nell?
Yeah. It's just like, oh, that was real.
You know, I had the same experience with the peanut butter solution. Do you know what that is?
You've told me about it.
I thought it was a fever dream until my brother said, oh yeah, like I know what you're talking about. I'm like, wait, this is like a real thing? And then we explained to my mom and she was like, that's not a real movie. And then we found it. It's about like these, this kid loses all his hair because he gets so scared because he walks into a painting and then these ghosts visit him when he's sleeping to tell him how to grow hair. And it grows too much and the guy kidnaps him, makes magic paintbrushes out of his hair that you can paint really easily and you can walk into the paintings.
That definitely sounds like a fever dream.
That's a fever dream.
More than Nell.
That's a nightmare.
That is a nightmare.
And on that note, finally, the champagne, it's been popped. The wine, it's flowing. You know where we're going. We're going on a backpack tour. My tour guide, Captain Zach, so we always be...
Or Jana.
I tried to do it too fast. I sped too fast.
You know,
I caught the bus and rolled behind it.
We haven't had champagne or wine in such a long time.
Well, you've been on antibiotics, so I'm just not drinking in front of you also because it's not as fun.
Well, I mean, just in general for this, we haven't done it in a really long time. So do we need to change that intro?
No, because I'll probably start drinking again once you can.
I don't know that I'll start drinking
I feel
again.
like I'm a little bit more loose and more informative when I've been drinking.
It's a little more lively in here.
I'm way better at trivia when I've been drinking and games and stuff. So I think I'm able to focus.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
what are we even talking about? I said elephants.
You did say elephants.
Wait. Nelephants.
Mm-hmm. So
Abi Halzovic.
What
are we talking about?
I'm trying to think.
Elephants.
Yes, we are talking about elephants, but we
just in general. No context, just talking about
break down the differences between the Asian elephants and the African elephants, and
the Indian
how many
elephants.
there are. Is it Indian?
That was just Indian elephants.
Might be.
No, that's not what we're talking about, though.
No. So while we were at Disney, in our February trip to Disney, we did a couple Enchanting Extras.
Is that what they're actually called?
Yes, they're actually called Enchanting Extras. If you go on the Disney website, click the Things to Do header, There is one called Enchanting Extras.
Hold on. I want to know if you know every Enchanting Extra.
I do not, but
How many are there?
Oh, there's a ton.
3? Oh.
I mean, you could.
Wait, what's a ton?
I mean, there's like
6?
more,
8?
more,
30?
more.
More than 30?
Yes.
Or are you kind of like horseback riding at like the stables? Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of like all the stuff that you can do at the resorts and
Wait, there's more than 30?
I mean, like Fort Wilderness alone has like 5 or 6.
That one's weird though.
Yeah.
You can probably go bear hunting.
And they've got all the golf courses, mini golf.
That's not Enchanting Extras.
Those are Enchanting Extras.
Oh, I'm not counting that. That's not.
There's like the fishing, the boat
No,
rentals,
I'm only counting.
the parties.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna only. I know those are like under the category, but that's not enchanting to me. Like what we did was more enchanting or like informative,
Yeah.
like Keys to the Kingdom.
Like that's part of Enchanting Extras. Any
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
that'd
tour.
be.
Bippity
Tours is
Boppity
what I'm talking
Boutique is an Enchanting Extra.
Okay. This is a blanket term now to me. This is a
It is.
catch-all.
I mean, it is essentially a catch-all for things that are
I
not
don't count mini golf as that.
tickets or dining reservations.
Okay.
You know,
Tell them what we did, Beans.
this is gonna be a lot of.
I was gonna make you
tours.
like say everything, but I was like, oh, if there's more than 30, that's too much.
Yeah, but I do provide a comprehensive list for my clients.
We did 2 of them on this trip. We were wild.
Yes,
We were out of control.
Yes. So on our last trip in October, we were riding Living with the Land, and we saw like the tour behind the scenes going on back there, and Olivia specifically asked to do Living with behind the scenes, so we booked that for this time. And I have always wanted to do Up Close with Rhinos at Animal Kingdom. But the kids have to be 4 or older. So it's just been in the past year that we have been able to book that. But it is one of the tours that goes the fastest. So,
You mean books up the fastest?
Yes,
not
books
not like it proceeds very fast. And it's like 37
right.
seconds.
It books up quickly. If you're not on at midnight to get that
It's like
reservation,
getting Taylor Swift tickets.
60 days before your check-in date, you're probably not going to get it. And when it comes to our own trips, I don't do the whole waking up at 5:45 in the morning or staying up until midnight to get stuff. I wing it because we go so much. I only do that for my clients.
You're a crazy person.
I know.
You just don't care about us that much.
I don't. So,
Wasn't meant to be.
yeah. But so
C'est la vie.
Up Close with Rhinos was booked. So they had Caring for Giants, which is the elephant version.
How many
of
other
that.
animal ones do they do there? Is that it? Just those 2?
I think it's just those 2.
There's not like another one for like gorillas or something like that.
No, I know at Epcot you can do some aquarium stuff.
What's the safari one that you can just drink wine?
Oh
at?
yeah. That's it's not called Sip and Safari. That's what our zoo calls it.
But it's like you're in that little weird area in the middle of the savannah, right?
So they also have Wild Africa Trek or Wild Animal Trek. That one goes through the safari too. And then they have I think it's called Savor the Sunset. And that
nowhere
is
near what I thought you were going to
around sunset. And you go out into like what would you call that? Like a viewing.
It's like a viewing,
area.
like fenced in safety place that's in the middle of the savannah.
But it just like overlooks it, and they do
You
like
can see them back there usually.
wine tastings and tapas and
They're having a
stuff.
good old time, just
Yeah.
drinking and being like, "Look at that giraffe."
And that is not limited to 21 and up, but obviously if you're under 21, you cannot
It's pointless.
drink. Yeah.
'Cause it sounds like it's just mainly a wine tasting thing at sunset.
It is. I think it's like African wines.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I've heard it's really good though.
So let's get to what we did though.
Yeah.
We saw elephants
We did see elephants. So,
for much longer than driving by for 5 seconds,
yeah.
because that's what happened to us.
Yeah. So we did Caring for Giants, and this is about $40 to $50 per person if you are a DVC member, an annual pass holder, or a Disney Rewards Visa card holder. You will get a discount.
And all the proceeds just go to conservation for animals, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, that's what the tour guide told us. Like, it doesn't go to like their salaries. It doesn't go towards park improvement or anything like that. It goes straight to conservation and research
Yeah.
and caring for the animals. So that's pretty cool. That does not make it tax deductible though.
Oh, nerds.
No, but it was really cool. So the check-in for this is next to Kilimanjaro Safari. They have a few tours throughout the day. We did the 10 a.m. one, which
Which I think was way better because it was way
it
not
was
as
cooler. Yeah,
hot. Like that park is hot no matter what.
yeah.
Doesn't matter. So
And as we know, like the animals tend to be more active when it's cooler out,
yeah.
and not like dead heat of the day or something.
My one thing is an aesthetic thing of like where they take you to get to the bus. The pathway is not the nicest looking path.
Yeah,
Because you're going through like the dregs of like the Animal Kingdom to the back part where it's just like dumpsters, people eating their lunch, and you're just like, this feels weird. And it's all the tour buses they're not using or like the other buses and stuff. So
and it's like composted food.
yeah, it's just like
It doesn't smell great back there.
it's like they could have like maybe found a better place to load people in. That
Well, I
wasn't
think that's
so
just like
disgusto.
the easiest, fastest, so you get
it's
more
like,
out
it's
of your
clear that
time.
like they were like, let's not think about this too much. People will be fine. They're like, they specifically said like, please don't film back here. They're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
you
know
weren't
why.
allowed to have like your cameras out
Like, I don't want to film your trash anyways.
in the backstage area. So the check-in's next to Kilimanjaro Safari. You have to like sign a waiver, park your stroller, and you leave it there or whatnot.
And they give you a doo-doo name tag.
Yeah. Yes. So you get a lanyard that has like a tag in there that has your name on it, and like the
The paper was made with doo-doo.
yes, the paper was
85% doo-doo.
yeah, 85% recycled or repurposed elephant poop.
Yeah. And we got
Which
to
is
keep
cool.
We got to
Yeah.
keep it.
Yeah. It's fun. And we actually got to see and hold elephant poop. Like
Well, it's like hardened.
yeah, it's hardened, but
It wasn't like fresh.
oh no, I wouldn't have held
You're like,
that.
no thanks, I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, it was massive though. But it had like a lot of
No.
like what kind like hay and grass in it,
That's all I eat.
yeah.
So we take this nice little trek. We get to see behind the
Little air conditioned bus.
They have like
thing.
a Jurassic World Jeep on the way there, which is pretty
yeah.
funny. They had like this. It looks exactly like a Jurassic Park Jeep, but it has a giraffe on it.
And it
And
says
I was like,
Jurassic.
oh, it's not even their property. Like their IP, and they're
Yeah.
just like they're aping it. It's pretty funny. It's
Yeah.
a Jurassic Park, but yeah, you got to see some stuff. We saw a few elephants on the way.
Yeah, where they're like I don't want to call it their cages, but
It's just like they were just like the back, like
yeah.
because apparently like
We got some hot gossip.
like the females don't like the matriarch died, and like so there's no
Or
there's
she
like
moved. I can't
there's like a
remember.
power vacuum, I guess, where like none of them like
None of the other females stepped up, and elephants are a matriarchy. And so when the matriarch, I did she transfer to zoos or did she pass?
I thought she passed, and then
Okay.
like they're waiting for one of them to step up, kind
And
of thing,
neither
to
of
like
them want
keep
to
everyone
do
in
it,
line.
but they fight with each other.
Yeah, they're really catty. It sounds like.
And so when the matriarch was alive, they would behave. But now that she's gone,
Yeah,
they fight, so they can't have both of them out at the same time.
and then there's two males, and those just always are alone and never really by
Yeah.
anyone. They're just like kind of loners,
Yeah.
and so
And he kind of compared like lions and like bachelors that they
Yeah.
stick together,
I think there was 13 in all. I think right.
something like that.
I think we actually saw all of them.
yeah, we
which
got
is
to
rare.
see no, it was 8, maybe 9.
I don't know. We got to see the
Yeah.
new baby, which is really fun because
Yeah,
I
Cora.
never see baby elephants really.
Well, they're so rare. The gestation period for elephants is just like
1,000 years.
so long.
It's like a sarlacc pit.
Yeah, so Cora was born around a year ago, and
She's pretty cute.
she was freaking adorable. And the last one they had before that was
She's like 8 or something, right? I think it was a while ago.
she was like Olivia's age. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she's
was like
8.
7 or 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah,
And
we,
that was-
we go to this area that's like behind where I guess behind the main tree thing, I guess, right? That big fake tree, right?
No, it's on the
We
other.
could see the people driving by from
Yeah.
where we were, but they were kind of at a distance, and like
Yeah, and
it's just on
so
the other side of the elephant area,
yeah,
basically.
so when you park, you park next to this ramp that you go up to the viewing area, and it's kind of funny because like half the ramp is silver and the other half is brown, and they're like, once you get to the brown part, that's when you can start taking pictures and filming and stuff.
You just kind of go there and you can just ask the guy questions, and it's just like you're
Yeah,
just there for like 30, 40 minutes of just like
yeah,
observing or
it's
doing
about
whatever
a
you want.
15-minute drive out there,
Yeah.
and he's sharing information along the way.
Yeah. And then
You
he just
know,
is there to answer any questions. It's not like you're not walking really. It's not like a walking trail or anything. You just have this little long area where you can just keep moving to see if you can get a better view of any of the elephants.
yeah,
So
you're pretty close to him. They say I think it's like you're within like 100 feet, maybe two
yeah,
hundred feet of him,
we got
and
good views of all of them. I mean,
yeah, and again that baby.
well, it was
Oh,
much better because like we had the worst tour guide for our safari because we
yeah. So
never
we did the
we didn't
Kilimanjaro
stop
safari
for yeah
right after.
after we did the safari, and like our driver didn't stop for anything.
Yeah,
Like there was not like there was like, oh, there's an
she'd
animal there.
pause for half a second and then just take off.
And she wouldn't even
Like,
be talking. She wouldn't be like saying like, oh, there's that. She'd barely be saying
she
that.
was not enthused
Yeah,
to
she
be
was like,
there.
she's like, I'm done today. I'm like, it's 10:45.
Well, it was like 11:15,
She's
but
like, I'm already done. I don't give it. I'm
yeah,
done.
yeah, but
But so this is much better to see all the
yeah,
elephants.
yeah. So if you like learning, if
Yeah, if
you
you like
like seeing
learning,
them up close and kind of being able to observe them for what feels like as long as you want,
yeah.
I think it's the perfect amount of time for
I mean, we get a
observation.
little spoiled because I mean, we have a good elephant area at
Yeah,
our zoo,
we've got Zoo
and you can
Atlanta.
get pretty close to them actually, like
Yes.
very close.
Yeah, I'd say you actually get closer to the elephants
Way
at our
closer to our
zoo
zoo.
than you
But
do.
I think we have like 4 though.
I think they just added another Titan. But at our zoo, you get super close, and I'd say it's even closer than what you did at the safari.
Much
Not
closer.
safari, but at the tour. But still, it almost feels a little more special because one, it's at Disney, and two, they have like this whole savannah that they could be roaming.
It's like a real environment. Ours
And-
is like kind of,
and
yeah.
they're still right there. I think ours have like good space, but
Yeah,
it's
no, they have a
not
ton of
as
space.
massive.
It's just not as. It was really cool. I recommend it for anyone who's really into elephants. And
Yeah.
their
And
kids
one
might
thing I
like
love
it.
about it, and this goes for behind the scenes too, is that it's so inexpensive to do, and it kind of makes you feel special, like
I'm special.
and to go on like I guess a little bit of like the exclusivity or like I'm able to do a behind the scenes tour at Disney and
Well, it's just something
just
different.
learning.
It's like one of those things that break the monotony of like if you do go a lot like we do, to like we went out of our way to do a lot of different things this trip,
Yeah.
and I think that's a good thing that we just always forget because like whenever I always feel like I'm in this routine
They're
of like,
creatures of habit.
well, I'm like I have to ride this, I have to ride this, I have to ride this, and then I'm like I feel stressed if I don't get on things, even though I'm like,
Yeah.
well, wait, I don't. Well, you say it's just here next time. I'm like, no, some of these aren't here next time.
Yeah.
So like, because we rode Dinosaur for the last time and we rode Muppets for the last time.
Well, I still think we should go down the day before the cruise and do Muppets again.
I think I gave her a proper send off.
I still think we should go down the day before the cruise.
Okay, back to the Oliphants.
It was really cool. And okay, so our kids were there and there were like 3 or 4 other kids. It was a small group, 20 people or less, I'd say.
It's
And
like 15, yeah.
yeah. And our kids really liked it. But after
got bored.
about
Yeah, they got bored.
15 to 20 minutes, they were just like, okay, next, and so
Yeah.
they were getting antsy. But again, this was like a long stretch of lookout. So they just ran back and forth, burning off some of that energy, building sand castles.
Yeah, they were just playing in the dirt.
Yeah. And there is like another area that I wish we would have discovered earlier in the viewing portion. That was like, you could walk down and go a little bit lower and there was actually like a bench to sit.
Yeah.
They also showed us like, what was that thing that was super heavy?
I don't remember what that was for.
Wasn't it to like record their conversations?
Oh, I think it was record their noises that they try to communicate with. They communicate with each other
Yeah.
to like decipher kind of like what they're
What
doing.
they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it goes around their neck. It's super heavy. It's just like some weird like recording pack that kind of goes around their neck, I think.
Yeah.
So
And it's interesting too because like Disney does this. I know Arzu does this. A lot of places are going to this now where like medical care and learning for the animals like and stuff, it's all voluntary for them, you know. It's like they do the whole, you know, positive reinforcement thing in the beginning, but it's like if say an elephant doesn't want to get examined, then they're not going to force it to. It's very interesting and like just the relationships that they have with them. But very educational, insightful, and it's always fun just to see something behind the scenes.
behind the scenes,
Yes.
and then tell them what else we did.
We also did behind the seeds.
Behind the seeds. We've
At
done this one
Epcot.
before. A long
Yes.
time ago we did this. And
We did this
we
when
really
I
liked
was pregnant with Olivia.
And so it's been a while, but it's
Yeah, it's been almost 10 years.
it's very inexpensive for what it is, I feel like.
Yeah, it's another one of those. This one's about 30 to 40 per person.
That was like it used to be 20, 15.
Yeah. Well, you know, inflation. And Disney just upping those prices how they want.
Yeah.
But again, this is another one too that you can get a discount if you are a DVC, AP, or Disney Rewards Visa. And it's like a 10 or 20% discount. I can't remember which, but you know.
And it's like an hour long
Yes.
fiasco.
Yeah. So the elephant one was an hour long too. So that's really nice that you're not committing a full day to it, you know, or even half a day.
Plus for our kids, like it's you never know how they're gonna be like. Are you
Yeah.
gonna like this? Because we thought Ronan was gonna hate it and Olivia was gonna like it, but it was the other way around. Actually,
Yeah. For reference, our kids are 8 and 5.
So our 8-year-old was, I think she was just kind of hot and just like, ugh, I don't want to do this.
Yes. Yeah. So you are in the greenhouses, so it is a little toasty. You don't really ever feel that when you're on Living with the Land attraction, but then like once you're actually with the plants, you know, behind there, it's warm.
It's a little muggy back there.
But that one
Again,
you check in next to Soarin'
Yeah, you're
at
at
the
Soarin'.
Living with the Land exit.
Yep,
And you go through their backstage area.
correct. You're crushing it. You see some bugs to start.
You do. It's really interesting. Like, I don't know. I find this kind of stuff interesting.
It was well. It's like they're talking about the wasps that they put in the. Well, it was all sorts of ways of not using pesticides, basically. I guess.
Yeah.
Then they talk about it on the
More
ride,
organic care.
but it's not like some robot telling you what's going on, or like the narrator, where it's like actually someone explaining things to you.
Yeah,
more.
and you can ask questions.
They actually have the bugs there to show you.
I took plenty of pictures and videos, so I'll share those on Instagram at Backlot Tours.
You're welcome.
But it's cool. So they study. They have these pests that I forget what
Like
they're
leaf
called.
burrower.
Yeah,
they
so
just
they'll-
destroy like the leaves. Like they lay the eggs, and then
Yes.
the eggs will
Yeah.
hatch, and then it'll destroy the plant.
And they're
basically.
teeny tiny. They're like gnats
Yeah.
size or smaller. And then there's this breed of wasp.
They're tiny. They're like gnats. They look
They
like gnats. They're
literally
not
look
wasp
exactly like
regular
gnats.
wasps.
And what they do is they restore the plants and they kill the
Well, they
pests.
they put them on the plant also, and like they
Yeah.
go and like lay their eggs in the eggs of the other one,
And the
then,
larva.
and they'll hatch first and like eat them, and then like just like kill them before they even get out. I guess.
It's crazy. It was
So.
crazy. But that was really interesting. And then we went out into the greenhouse, and you get to go through like every room that's in there.
Yeah, and you're kind of. I'm sure if you've been on this ride enough, you'll see.
Can't
You've seen
touch
people.
anything.
Yes, you can,
Well, you get to touch Stanley,
Stanley.
but other than that, you can't touch anything.
But you're. I mean, you've seen people do the tour. I'm sure if you've been on this ride, but yeah, that's what it is. It's behind the scenes, and you're getting a one-on-one with like an expert there. Or was she an expert?
Yeah. She was a horticulturist.
Yeah. Very informative, very interesting stuff.
I love plants. Like, I love learning about That
It
might
was
be
it was fun. I liked it. I
the
mean,
farming background in me, but
I don't know
it's
if
just interesting.
like it depends on your kids, I guess, because I don't know.
It really
It was
does.
a mixed
Like,
bag. They like Stanley a lot.
oh, they love Stanley. So Stanley is this plant. I don't remember
He
what
looks
kind
kind
of
of like a
plant.
fern
He
almost.
does, but he reacts to touch. So when you touch him, his leaves fold up and close, and it's a defense mechanism against deer eating his leaves.
Yeah, so if it senses like a deer licking it or something like that, all the leaves just start like closing up. So then that deer's like, oh, I guess this plant's dead.
Yeah, so it's really cool to see that. And then she showed us, like, so when it rains and all the leaves are getting hit and she shook it, every single leaf just like closed up so fast. And it's so that the water can get down to its roots and not.
It's a very smart plant.
Yeah, hit the leaves.
And then we came on the way back, it was already opened up again.
Yeah, we got to touch it again.
It was really cool.
Yeah, and the kids love Stanley so much. When we rode Living in the Land, the couple times after that over the week, they're always just like, "Where's Stanley?" And it was great. You also get to try some cucumbers that they grow on the ride.
And we got Ronan to eat a cucumber, which is weird.
Yeah,
he didn't like it, but he ate it.
He liked it okay. He won't try it again now. It's because we offered, to give him some Disney dollars if he would try it.
Yeah. Our kids don't eat vegetables.
They don't eat anything. But it was really good.
Another one of those things I would recommend. It's not super expensive, and I think it's one of those things worth doing, I think, if you've never done it. So
And it's fun. They just go through all of their different like farming techniques that they do there and how the food is put to use. And I think she said that they grow 50,000 pounds of food in the greenhouse every year. And that's not even like a percent of what's consumed at Disney.
yeah, but it's a little bit.
Yeah. And whatever.
Garden Grill, don't they use mostly
Yeah,
that,
they do.
though?
And so does the seasons thing. And the festivals do too.
Mm-hmm.
The Epcot festivals. And whatever they can't use ends up going to Animal Kingdom for the animals.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I remember when we did the tour the first time back in like 2015. When we did it back in 2015, we actually got to feed the fish.
Did we?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, we got to feed the fish. We didn't get to do that this time.
Fish are insane.
Yeah, we did get to see some shrimp fighting.
Yeah, some serious shrimp fights.
It was funny. Apparently, shrimp are very territorial.
Territorial.
Yeah, territorial. They're very territorial.
They're terriers. Well, yeah, I mean,
Ronan. Both our kids were so well behaved both times. It was really nice. I do think that if you have kids that get antsy easily, the elephants might be better. But if you have kids that want to be loud or just are loud, the behind the seats is better because they tell you for caring for giants, you cannot shout, you cannot be loud because you don't want to, one, startle the elephants, or two, make the elephants think that they are about to get a treat.
it's also super loud in the greenhouse, and you actually have to have like an earpiece in.
Yeah.
So you're walking around with like she's mic'd up, and like you just have like a 1 ear earpiece because like, you can't hear anything.
It's like white noise essentially.
Yeah, it's
super
just
loud.
it's just loud. It's just
like
lots
imagine
of
being on
buzzing.
an airplane.
It's like it's just like that the whole time. So I mean, I don't think they could hear your kids if they were loud anyways.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and if you
It's
think
not
about
like a license to just be like an obnoxious like little kid, I guess. But,
right, but if you have noisy, I mean, you know how your kids are gonna be.
Yeah.
You know, if they're gonna, be on the quiet side, or if kids have energy,
I don't know where they get it.
And
They
they
need a
express
strawberry. And they're
their-
just like, oh, I'm done.
energy in different ways.
Okay.
Like I mean, Olivia will be quiet, but she wants to be able to move.
Yeah.
Ronan will be loud, doesn't care too much about moving.
No, still move.
Yeah.
I think I'd recommend them. I think they were fun.
Would you do either one of them again?
I mean, down the road, yeah.
Not next
like
time.
immediately.
Yeah.
I think I still like behind the scenes better.
I do too.
I think it's hard to say like the elephant thing just because we have such a good zoo with elephants that you can get up to like just like that too.
I think we're very spoiled by our zoo.
Yeah, we
have a great one.
Yeah, we've got a good zoo. So it's like it's very hard to say like, oh yeah, I do that again. The rhinoceros thing maybe, depending on how that goes, if we ever do that.
Yeah, I'll try to do that next year.
If we ever get to do Keys of the Kingdom. I'll let you know.
Kids have to be old enough for that.
30.
No, I think it's like 14.
Oh, wow.
Like
Okay.
Because you're going backstage areas.
Aren't you on Segways?
No, that was an Epcot tour that they don't do anymore.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, were people on Segways in Epcot during the day?
I don't remember.
I don't think I've ever seen a person on like a scooter or anything like that.
You know, Hollywood Studios used to offer tours pre-COVID, and now they don't.
Tours of what?
I don't know, just like the history tour kind of thing, like Keys to the Kingdom, but for Hollywood Studios.
So just the backlot tour?
Yeah,
it's like secretly still there.
I always check.
You're like, maybe it's here.
But
what they do with all that stuff? Where's the boneyard now?
The boneyard?
That's where they had all the old props. Remember, like the.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the playground.
No, they called it like the boneyard was like where they had all the old props, like the Flight of the Navigator ship, and
they're probably just in storage somewhere or sold off to John Stamos.
I mean, well, one of those Flight of the Navigator ships, we know where that is.
Actually, that's been debunked.
I don't think so. I still believe it. It looks exactly like it.
I like the tours.
I like the tours.
It makes me want to do one every trip. I think doing two, especially since they were back to back, was a lot. So we did like Animal Kingdom on Monday, and then we did Epcot, that one on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And Living with the Land was at 11. Again, I think doing the earlier in the day ones are better, so you can beat the heat, even for Living with the Land.
Kids are more awake too.
Yeah.
Because they usually get tired.
They're not going to be grumpy yet.
Yeah.
Both of these, they have to be a minimum of 4, I believe.
It's not a lot of walking either of them, so.
It's not.
It's standing in the other one, though.
And there are places that you can kind of sit if you need to.
Yeah.
While she's talking, or whoever your tour guide is talking.
I was like, who? Yeah.
But yeah, so it was kind of early days for us because we are not rope drop people. So like we had to be up and leaving the room by 9 a.m. for Animal Kingdom, which is
rope dropped World of Disney once.
Yeah.
I think that's the only time I've ever done that.
But it that's early for us on vacation. I like my sleep.
We're very slow to get out of the room.
Yeah, well, I'm usually still just trying to recover.
It's a late night or something like that too. If it's like going to be there, we're going like till like 11 or 12. I'm like, we're not going to the park until like 1.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because Zach doesn't like coming back from midday breaks.
No.
But we did do that on our Animal Kingdom day.
Well, that's Animal Kingdom's a little different because it's never open that late, and we got late,
yeah. So they happened to have the extra magic hours for Animal Kingdom while we were there for the deluxe resorts from 7 to 9 p.m. that night. So we went in, we did the tour, then Kilimanjaro Safari.
Did we force them to nap too?
A couple of things, and around like I guess 2 or 3 o'clock, we went back to the room for 2 or 3 hours.
Made everyone nap and then hit that park and then got to see Pandora at night, which you never get to see, which is a shame.
Oh my gosh. And
everything's glowing and you're like, why isn't no one get to see this ever?
The extra magic hours were at Animal Kingdom were like great. I mean, good and bad. Bad because there's just not that many attractions there.
Yeah.
And because
like 6.
You can't do any of the animal stuff.
There's no shows running.
There's no shows except for like it's tough to be a bug.
It's like you can do Dinosaur, which is closing. You can do Everest. Yeah. You can do both the Avatar things,
and
then
Cali River Rapids was closed for refurbishment. Triceratops Spin was already closed.
That's already closed.
But
is there 4 attractions then, and then Touch of a Bug, and that's it?
There's very few.
Whoa, there's nothing.
Yeah, but it was
strip that park down. It's just a
fun
zoo.
because we so Ronan's not tall enough for Flight of Passage.
We tried.
So we took him on that, or we took Olivia on that, did a rider swap. And while you were doing that, I went and took Ronan on Navi River Journey because there's absolutely no wait. And they were like, you want to ride again? And we're like,
that was when we were with you.
Ronan and I did it too.
They just were like, hey, just stay on.
Yeah. It was just like, yeah. And then, we did that at last ride of the night because Olivia didn't get to do it.
Yeah. So we just wrote it like twice.
Yeah, and they were just like, want to go again? Just like, heck
Sure.
yeah, nobody's here.
Sure, no one's here.
Yeah, I think, like you said, he probably did that because of mine and Olivia's attire.
Yeah, you guys were T to B Avatar gear, so
T to B.
top to bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Get with it.
Yeah, we had our Navi dresses on.
Anyways,
Yeah.
final thoughts? I liked it.
I love
I like
enchanting.
animals.
I love enchanting extras.
Yeah.
They're so special.
Huh?
Magical.
Tell them where you can find us.
Enchanting.
Enchanting. Tell them where you can find us.
You can find.
We'd be on top of it.
I'm not on top of it. My brain is struggling this week.
Pat La Taurus.
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
What the hell?
Follow us on Instagram at Backlot Tours. And if you would like to plan your own magical vacation.
Wait, we're not on MySpace?
If you'd like to plan your own magical vacation,
Friendster?
please reach out.
Live
I'd love to do
Journal?
that for you.
Vampire Freaks?
Vampire Freaks.
Yeah, that's one of them. It's one of the OG ones.
Yeah, we're not in those places.
No, I didn't even know it was a thing until Kate and Ryan told us about it. Anyways, take us home.
There's a great, big, pretty okay tomorrow.
And it's shining at the end of every day.